Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the 75 TR6 series on the Rusty Beauties channel. In the last episode we completed the shifting mechanism. We made a mistake there, but we still don't know that. So now let's see what else needs to be done on the transmission. Alright, now let's see if we can change this gasket and seal here. By the way, we have to change the carrier too because it's broken. Well, to pull out this fork though, it's a big challenge. It's a challenge, but we have to pull it out because there's no other way. These pins tend to shear here very often. Okay, pull out this wire, and that, by the way, is normal. That's how it is held in place, this pin. And so don't be alarmed by this wire. It's not super tight, which is good. Let's see if it is long or short, because when it shears it becomes super short. Yep, this one is snapped, you see? And now we're gonna have real trouble taking the rest out. But good thing we decided to take it out because that was gonna create troubles for Trevor with his clutch. I ordered a heavy duty pin that can replace this one. Good thing I ordered it because it's like $5, but it saves our butt now because that's how long it needs to be. And you see this one. So we still have this much inside. This piece inside is not gonna let us slide the fork out. Oh, it actually turns. So you see, when it snaps, this is what happens. You press the clutch, but you have this play between the fork and the shaft, and you're not able to press the clutch all the way in. So apparently you're pressing on the lever on the side, but the motion, instead of being transferred to the fork, it takes this backlash here. That's a very common problem. If this shears completely, Trevor is going to lose his clutch completely. On the TR6 at the shop that I'm working on, it is welded all around here. But that's not good. I can weld it now, but the problem is you can never disassemble this one again. I need to be able to take this flange out and change the seal and change the gasket there. So anyways, we're gonna have to figure out how to take it out. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna work, but I have to try. Okay, then we're gonna try this. Just trying to shear it completely. Something's happening. Now it turns full circle, which means we should be able to pull it out. Good. Does this mean that this is gonna work now? Yes. We tricked it. Somebody reach here and hold that for me. Did we mushroom the end? Okay, we're gonna deal with the pin later. Let's first see if we can change this gasket and this seal here. There's another cover here. That's probably for the leg gear. I'm gonna see if we have a gasket for there as well. Yeah, definitely there's a leak here. This is a lead hammer, so don't worry, it's not gonna damage it. Okay. So there's our seal and there's our gasket. Let's first make sure that we have the right seal. Seal, gearbox. Okay, let's try these jaws. I never tried them before. I don't even know where it landed. Now this seal needs to be pushed in this way because the lip goes towards the oil, and that's the only way to push it in with this. It's all the way in. Good. And this seal is with double lip. Ooh, that's even better. Okay, before we assemble this though, we're gonna change also the gasket on this little cover here. I made sure that I have it. We're gonna put my favorite gasket maker everywhere. It's a Permatex Aviation Form A gasket. I'm gonna put thread lock here because there was thread lock. There was blue one, but we have red, so. Now before we close this cover, we're gonna make sure that everything still fits. I mean, everything is in neutral, so these are in middle position. These are in neutral because all these line up here in the front. And now these forks need to fit here, while this little one needs to fit here on this lever, which is for the reverse. Maybe we should put it in reverse because now it is in reverse. It slides on its own on the reverse, so you know what, I'm gonna put it in reverse here too, and it's gonna be easier to. There you go. Now it's in reverse. So this is how it fits. Everything goes in place, you can see. Now that the two forks are matched, I have to just make sure that also this here matches this. Like this. Okay. So it fits. So we can put the gasket. It should fit, but you never know after you take it apart and assemble it what you've done wrong. If I had the oil, I would put it now, but I still don't have it, so we're gonna have to put it later. Okay, now we know the drill already. Now here we shouldn't forget our harness. This is for reverse. And this is for the neutral safety switch. Okay, now let's look at this situation here with this pin. I'm gonna have to drill it out, and I have this kit here, right hand bolt extractor set. So let's see, these kits, never used this one, it's a brand new one, but in general these kits never work for me. So this one comes with the extractor along with its appropriate size drill bit. So I think we're gonna use this one. This bolt wasn't seized there, it was just snapped, so hopefully it's gonna come out. Oh, it actually turns, I think. Yeah. Wow. This is the first time ever one of these works for me. But you know what? It's not coming out. Really? Why is it not coming out? Oh, because, okay, because it's out of thread. So now we should be able to top it out. There you go. So we didn't even need to drill it. So the shaft goes this way, the fork goes this way with the flat parts towards the front. So this way. Now it's gonna be tricky to find the hole, but we're gonna find it. So the lever needs to point down while the fork is pointing up. They have to be like approximately 180 degrees from each other, and now we just need to find the hole. Yep, there. Okay, it started. So now I'm gonna put some thread lock on the threads. That was too much, way too much. Some people drill a hole here and run for extra bolt, but I don't think it's needed here. This is supposedly a heavy duty pin, it's not gonna snap. Because like I said, this is a very common problem for TR6 and TR4 of course, and TR3. And your clutch starts acting up when your pin snaps. But many people drive with snapped pin for years. Who knows when this one was snapped? Probably 30 years ago. Okay. I'm gonna put the wire back and we're done with this part. Oh God. I don't have the proper setup here, but I have an idea. Don't laugh at me, guys. It worked, you see? I don't know why you were laughing at me. Now the other way to put the new one in, there's no other way than this. Oh, nice and black. If it is gonna go straight, yes. All the way until it hits the rim. That's it. Okay. Good. Before we join the engine and the transmission, we're gonna put grease here. Gonna make sure that everything is lubricated properly. But for now, I'm just gonna put it like this. Okay, so that's how it goes. Good, we're done here. One more thing. So there's a seal here for the Speedo gear, and that needs to be changed as well. we're gonna take a 1/2-inch wrench and we're gonna loosen this bolt. That's what holds the gear in place. See how the bolt is pointy? That's what goes inside the gear. So now, in theory, we should be able to pull it out. There you go. So that's the gear. But there's an O-ring here and there's a seal here. So we're gonna change those. So the seal is out. We have a new one here. And it goes this way. This one looks like it was, yeah. Was this one this way or this way? I think this was, I don't know, maybe it was reversed. But definitely it needs to go this way. I'll go push it on the press with this socket. You don't need to come with me, just stay here. Yep, looks the same. There you go. And now we can put it back. We have to make sure that this hole points up for the bolt. Come on. Yeah. Okay. And now when we turn the transmission, this turns as well. Good. Okay, and the last thing that we have to do here is to install the shifter. So I'm just gonna put it in neutral because it's in reverse now. Still, there you go. And the shifter, of course, goes this way, and there must be a little spring and a bow right here that go into a little slot down there. Unfortunately, it's missing here. Unfortunately, I didn't order one, but that goes there just to keep it, to keep the shifter in this position. It won't go in reverse because it needs to climb a hill, so it won't go in reverse, but it goes between the first, second, and third, four lines very easy. So that's unfortunate because we can't do anything about it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease inside the channel down there, the channel that is formed by the three shafts. I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on the bow here because it slides inside this. I'm gonna put some grease here. And there you go. I'll put some more here. Then we have this spring there. Then we have this dome here, and we're gonna put grease on top of the dome. This dome slides on the inside of this dome. And now if you see here, we have this slot. We have the same on the other side, so we have to just press down and turn. Now, this spring is supposed to hold this up. Why is it not holding up? I'm gonna stretch this spring a little bit. Oh, now it's definitely higher. So let's see now if it's gonna create some resistance. Yeah, now we have to press it down and turn. Okay, now I like it. There's one bolt here to hold this so it doesn't turn and come out accidentally. And now the last thing is this bracket here that goes like this. And with that, the transmission is done. We haven't changed this seal at the back, but I couldn't get it, and it looks like it's not too bad, so we're gonna keep the old one. So once the oil for the diff and for the transmission come, we're gonna finish shooting this video. For now, I'm gonna jump on another video. You know what, guys, I was just gonna put it under the table, and I remember that I never tested if the gears go in. So I came to test, and I have first, but I don't have second. Then I have third, I have fourth, and I even have the reverse, but I don't have second gear. So you know what happened? I think the tubes here, the spacer tubes, I somehow mismatched them. So back to square one. So yeah, third, fourth, first, but no second, because I put the wrong spacer here. See, this one is way too short for here, and this one is way too long for here. So yeah, it's too hot and I'm not thinking straight, so now I have to undo everything and redo it the proper way. It is what it is. That didn't take long, surprisingly. After practicing once, now it was easy. So now we have first, second, third, fourth, and reverse. Okay. The gasket stayed here, it's in one piece, so we got lucky. So just to recap, for those of you who are like me and don't know which one goes where, the reverse gets the shortest one, the one in the middle, which is for third and fourth, gets the longest one, and then the second shortest or second longest goes for first and second. Okay, so next time, I don't know, of course, because I'm gonna watch my own video. Let's test it one more time. Now we have second, third and fourth, and reverse. Okay, we have them all. Okay. All right, my oil has arrived. Full synthetic SynPower by Valvoline 75W90, and that's for my diff. For the transmission, I got this MT90 by Redline. So the transmission, though, I'm not gonna pull out now. We're gonna fill it up when the time comes to install it in the car. For now, though, I want to fill up the differential so I can install it on the car. And I also got this pump, which I don't know how it's gonna work. Well, I hope it's gonna work with this bottle, and has this end here for whatever reason, but we're not gonna bolt it. We're gonna just shove it in there, and we will see if that's gonna work for us. Okay, so this is where we need to install it. So these are the front two rods, and these are the rear two rods. I don't know if this is focused. It's not in my eyes, but my eyes are not focused anymore anyways. So the rear mounts are already mounted on the diff, but the front ones need to go there as I'm mounting it. So this goes on the rod first with the cone part down, so it fits inside this conic shape here, and the bottom has the concave shape, so it goes under once the diff is pushed up on the rods. So there are many things to be considered at the same time, I guess. I have this attachment for my jack that I can put on the jack, and then I can mount the diff on it, and then with these two knobs I can adjust the angle. It can go left, right and everything. I can tie it with the chain, but I figured it's gonna be too tall for that. If I mount it there on the jack, it's gonna become this tall already, and when I put the diff on it, it's gonna become this tall, so it's not gonna fit under the car unless I fix it, unless I lift it even higher. But you know what, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna try it just this way. Well, if that doesn't work, I have another option. That's what Mr. Chef Tash does. He has one of these motorcycle jacks that I can use that, but as you can see, mine is still in box. I never opened it, and to be honest, I don't want to open it, and I don't want to have it on my way in the garage too. So that's why it's tucked nicely in there. But we will see. If we have to pull it out, we're gonna pull it out. First of all, I'm gonna try just like this. Actually didn't take way too much. Oh my god, there's a jack on my way. That actually didn't take way too much. It took like 5 minutes, and I had to involve at some point my other jack, but it was handy here, so at some point I had it hanging on one of these holes, but the rear end was way out of the roads, so I had to put the other jack on the back and lift the rear end, and that worked great. So it's in. I just need to tighten the bolts. They're just started there. So next I have to connect all these U-joints on the 3 sides of the diff, and that's gonna take forever, and I'm not gonna hold you here anyways. You can't see much, so I guess I'll see you in forever. Alright, it's forever later, and the differential is installed. The sliding axles are bolted to the differential, the drive shaft is bolted, and we are ready with that part of the car. The transmission I'm not gonna fill up with oil now. I'm gonna fill it up when it is time to put it on the car together with the engine. And talking about the engine, in the next episode we're gonna start assembling it. Wow, that's exciting. So that should do it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and subscribing, and stay tuned for more on this one. Next we're doing the engine. Exciting. I know you're sick and tired of my engines and head rebuilds, but I film what I do. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.